freehold is known as Bruce Springsteen's birthplace. Asbury Park could be called his second hometown. He spent many of his early days here performing at the rock clubs throughout this popular Jersey Shore resort. And when you mention Asbury Park, people think of three things: the beach, the boardwalk, and Bruce. But there might be a fourth thing added to that list now: the Asbury Park Rock and Roll Museum. The museum is located in this building, the Palace, an old arcade that has its own place in the history of Asbury Park. But as you step into the museum, the outside noise of rides and hydraulics is replaced by the sounds of Jersey's best.
Bruce is associated with Asbury Park. He named his first album, Dreams from Asbury Park. He's always played here, still does play the Stone Pony on occasion. And this is the town that the people flock to. This is the town that they think of when they think of Springsteen or rock and roll in New Jersey. They think of Asbury Park. So to have it anywhere else really wouldn't have been appropriate. We have the whole thing set up chronologically. So when you walk in, you start at around 1960 with the various bands of the shore. Then you pick up Bruce's first band, which was in 1966, and you work your way around and see all the bands that were from the shore. There's a special display in the back just dedicated to Southside Johnny and the Jukes. There's a little Steven display, and Bruce's career pretty much wraps around the place chronologically up to the present, up to his most recent album, his most recent appearances. We find the stuff from musicians' girlfriends, club owners. We do a lot of detective work. We'll find an old newspaper article with some names in it. We'll look in the phone book. We'll track the people down and say, hey, do you have anything you'd like to either donate to the museum, sell, give away, whatever? And it's a lot of fun for us. That's the most exciting part, is tracking down stuff that we don't have. The rarest stuff really is the stuff that relates to Springsteen's career before he got his album contract, pre-73. Bands like Steel Mill, Child, Earth. Those are the rarest stuff. It's the hardest to find and the most demand is for the stuff, obviously, that is Bruce related. Some of the most unusual stuff is, well, we have Vinnie Lopez's gold albums for his first two albums, and a marquee from the Capitol Theater, the original glass sign that hung above the Upstage Club, which is the place where the whole music scene came together in Asbury, so that's a very significant piece to us. And a lot of rare, never-before-seen photographs and posters, stuff that people have never seen in any of the books about the local musicians. So that's the stuff we're proud of. A lot of the people that come through are very familiar. They've read every article, every book, and some of the other people who come through are only familiar with Bruce's last album, and they had no idea that there was even an album titled Greetings from Asbury Park. And we're showing them that there was music happening 5 years before that, and they're pretty amazed in a lot of cases. A lot of the local musicians that we have represented on the wall have come through. We've had some of Bruce's ex-band members, Vinnie Lopez and Boone Carter, and Southside Johnny's been here, and they've all been pretty impressed. Southside said, oh, you guys did a pretty good job. And we said, oh, fine, tell Bruce that.
Bruce Springsteen's career surrounds the museum's four walls. Has there been any response from the boss?
No, Bruce hasn't been here. We invited him and his management to the opening party, received no reply. Supposedly he's busy in New York working on a new album. And I'm sure he'll pop in here someday. He knows about it, so the curiosity has to be getting to him. But he's always welcomed, and I think he's maybe afraid if we get him in, we won't let him out. But it's okay, Bruce. If you come, we'll let you out. Give you a private tour.
So if you're a fan of Bruce, Southside Johnny and the Jukes, or other Jersey rock performers such as John Eddy, take a trip to the Jersey Shore and check out the Asbury Park Rock and Roll Museum.